Hi, I'm Sharon.
Hey, and I'm Gary.
And we're Ruff Road RV Life.
And we like looking at freedom.
Every day.
So, who is Gary and who is Sharon and what is Ruff Road RV Life? In case you're new to our channel, we're going to give you a little recap of what all and who all this all is.
So it was about 4 years ago that we were talking retirement talk, and Gary had already retired. I wanted to retire, and somehow I stumbled across tiny house living, which of course naturally led to RV life. So I started looking at RVs, and I dragged Gary along, and we were just looking. I'm still working at this point. Gary is retired.
Yes. She started looking at tiny homes and RV living. I was already retired, and I had my boat, and I was loving life going fishing. So she told me, we're going to start living in a motorhome. So I sold my boat, gave up my fishing rods, and moved into the RV.
He's kidding.
We thought, hey, this looks pretty interesting. I think we would like to do that as opposed to retiring in a fixed location. So we started looking at different types of vehicles, you know, the fifth wheels, the travel trailers, the Class A's, B's, C's, and all that. And lo and behold, during our search, and we were actually just looking at the time,
we were just looking,
came across a Class A behind us that we liked. We looked inside, it was laid out just how we liked it. It had what we wanted. It was the right size for us. And lo and behold, boom, we bought it. So we bought it, we brought it home, and then we spent the next year, maybe year plus,
about a year and a half,
purging everything out of the home that we had lived in for 35 years, which we actually sold. We actually sold to our daughter. But we had to move everything out, sell everything off, and manage to pack 35 years of living into a Class A motorhome.
Well, there was some major purging.
Yes.
Major
purging. It was keep, trash, donate.
Donate.
Yeah, pretty much those three piles. So we did it though. We did it. It took a bit. Took some doing. It took some maybe a few tears were shed along the way, but some personal stuff, you know, can't take everything with you.
It is a process.
Yes.
It is a process.
And it's a process of letting go, but we did finally let it go, and now we're full-time RV in our motorhome, and we travel around the country, usually about 9-10 months of the year, full-time, living in our Class A motorhome.
And we mooch dock with family the other months.
Yeah, we do some mooch docking, we do some boondocking, we do some lot docking, and we do regular state park, campground, stuff like that.
Right. We really love the state parks and the Army Corps parks and the national parks. Anything that gets us out as close to nature as we can.
Right. So, and in the beginning, we were setting up our route of what we were going to take, and we noticed that every time we went to try to pick out a campsite, we got this little tiny map with little X's on it that you couldn't see what they even looked like or even if they were correct or not. So we started thinking, you know what, when we go to the campground, we're actually going to film the campground and let people actually see what the campground looks like. Take some film of the different lots around there, maybe what's going on in the perimeter outside the campground, the cities or whatever, and we're going to start posting them on this YouTube channel, which is what we started doing and what we still do.
Right. So we do campground reviews.
Yep.
We also share tips and tricks and DIY things that we do on maintenance on our RV. So just anything that you need to know about RV lifestyle, but primarily we like to review campgrounds and show you exactly what those campsites look like, what the area looks like, because for us, it was a very scary unknown, and we had a hard time finding actual pictures of the campgrounds.
Right.
So that's what we like to share, so we can help anyone else who maybe is RVing or just thinking about RVing or about to RV to get on the road and not have that angst that we had in the very beginning.
Right, and over the past 3 years, we have encountered some issues, some problems that we've had to overcome, repairs that we've had to deal with, and we share those too because it's something that maybe
it's part of RV life.
Part of RV life, you know, things are going to happen.
Right.
And so usually when they happen, we like to try to film it and let you know what happened and the outcome, how it was fixed.
And it's usually pretty entertaining along the way because we're not Mr. and Mrs. Fix It. We're Mr. and Mrs. Try and figure it out and get it done, and we'll kind of muddle through things. So
now we'll say this motorhome here is the way we have it packed today is nothing like the way it was packed when we first went out the gate to our first road trip 3 years ago. It is nothing like it was then. It's a lot less, actually.
It's very pared down.
Yes. Every year we would come back and say, we never looked at that all year.
Right.
Do we need it?
This goes, this goes, this goes.
Yes.
So it is nice because we were quite cluttered our first year out.
And inside our motorhome, the way we packed our clothes, the way we packed our food, the way we did this and that, nothing like it was 3 years ago.
We have tweaked it,
yes,
and it is so much more livable. Right, so in case you're wondering, we have a 33-foot Fleetwood Excursion.
It's a diesel.
It's a diesel. We also travel with our 2 dogs. They're husky hound mix, 55-pound dogs, who we had before we decided to go full-time.
Right.
So we had these 2 dogs they were puppies at the time. And so when we went out motorhome searching, we had to find something that would accommodate them as well as the 2 of us.
Right, which is our name, Ruff Road, R-U-F-F,
right.
Ruff Road.
Right.
Yes, Terra and Luna are our 2 dogs. So that is who we are. That is who we've become, I guess. Gary and Sharon, campground reviewers.
Right, and sharer of RV tips, tricks, hacks, DIY, whatnot.
Yes.
Just anything.
Yes.
Anything and everything RV lifestyle.
Yes, we've had some adventures and repairs, and we've made videos of those adventures. Yes. Some of them will make your eye twitch. Made mine twitch.
Yeah, made mine twitch. Yeah. I'm pretty patient.
Yeah. So we would like to invite you to like and subscribe, follow our adventures. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. And below, and we'll answer it the best we can. We do put links at the bottom of our reviews to products that we have purchased and used. It's not to garnish a giant check from Amazon or nothing like that. It's just
right. We are Amazon affiliates.
We have become affiliates, I guess.
Right. We were sharing long before we decided to become Amazon affiliates. So just know that we are Amazon affiliates. If you see something there that you like, know that we've used it and tried it.
We do use everything that we've linked down there.
And sometimes it's to different places.
Yes.
It's not always Amazon. So we like sharing what's worked for us.
Yeah. It's an honest review.
Yes, it is. Well, usually it's just like, hey, here's what we use for this. And we got it from Amazon because we get most of our things from Amazon. We also have these fancy new shirts, Ruff Road RV Life. And we have an apparel store at Teespring. It's called Ruff Road Rambleware, and the link is going to be with every video that we post. So if you want to check that out, we have everything from fishing themed shirts to yoga to RV life and loving dogs and nature.
Yeah, they don't all say Ruff Road something. They have different stuff on them.
Yeah, check them out.
Yeah.
So this is Sharon.
This is Gary.
Ruff Road RV Life.
We like looking at 3.
Hope to see you on the road.
Safe travels.